in Uganda just for saying you're gay. Politicians this week celebrated passing some of the harshest anti-LGBTQ legislation in the world.
We are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
Homosexual acts were already illegal in Uganda, but this bill makes simply identifying as gay illegal, and you can even face the death penalty in some cases. And friends and family members of LGBTQ people can even be imprisoned for not reporting those that they know are gay. The United States is one of many countries to condemn this new law, saying,
"The bill is one of the most extreme anti-LGBTQI+ laws in the world. Human rights are universal."
Hey, what up, people? How you doing? It's your boy Jay Ezo. I'm back again with another episode. It's a done deal. Okay, it's a done deal. The bill is passed in Uganda. If you are caught as a member of the LGBT forever, yeah, it's a done deal. It's either you're sent to life imprisonment or death penalty. It's a done deal. So I want you to stay tuned and watch the video as the people of Uganda celebrate in the parliament during and after the bill has been passed. And the whole community, the people, the beautiful people were celebrating it. Stay tuned and watch the video, and I'll be right back. Thank you.
Could land you in prison for the rest of your life, or even the death penalty in certain cases. The change comes after Parliament passed a new bill with widespread support to crack down on the country's LGBT community.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. We are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
The bill still needs to be signed by the president to become law, but it would make merely identifying as gay illegal for the first time. Frank Mugisha, a gay LGBT activist living in Uganda, has grave concerns.
Because it has a death penalty, and many people will be worried, many people will be scared.
The move is drawing ire from around the world. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights calling it a deeply troubling development.
The anti-homosexuality bill that just passed Parliament in Uganda is probably the most draconian and hideous anti-LGBTQ bill that exists anywhere in the world.
Really?
She's not alone in that sentiment. The White House press secretary agreeing, also bringing up potential ripple effects of such a law.
Ripple effect, really?
Of the anti-homosexuality
Crazy people
act.
then.
It would impinge upon universal human rights.
Hear what she's saying.
Jeopardize progress in the fight against HIV/AIDS.
Jeopardize progress in the fighting against HIV or AIDS. Is she making sense at all? Is she making sense at all?
One of more than 60 nations around the world that outlaw homosexuality.
One among 60 nations. So why is it a big deal?
Many new criminal offenses which could affect the entire population. Friends, family, and other citizens would have a duty to report individuals in same-sex relationships to the authorities.
Exactly.
It prohibits landlords from renting premises that are used for the purposes of homosexuality. You can be sentenced to prison for 10 years for knowingly renting a room to someone who's LGBTQ.
The law would also criminalize the promotion or normalization of homosexuality.
Say no to homosexuality in Africa.
Foreign ones that has a policy of.
Hey, what up, people? Thanks for watching that short video. And yeah, I'm not afraid to take a stand. Freedom of speech, you know what I mean? Say how it is and what you believe in it, and stand in your tradition and culture and your belief. Don't let people change you, intimidate you, or emulate you over believing in what they want you to believe in it. Yeah? No, we're free citizens of the world. We should be able to decide how we want to live our lives, what we believe in it. I don't get it. What's wrong with America? What is the agenda of this so-called LGBT they are promoting in the world? Okay, why Africa? Okay, Africa has been in existence for a very, very long time. Just about 400 plus years ago. The British, the Germans, the Portuguese all came to Africa with the good news. They brought the Bible. Yeah, they said they came with the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ. They brought the Bible. Africa have accepted Christianity and Islam, combined with the African tradition and religions and belief that we have in place before. In that Bible, in the content of the Bible, yeah, with the good news of Jesus Christ they brought for us. I want you all to open up to the book of Leviticus 20, Leviticus 20, verse 13. If you're reading the Bible, if you know the Bible, in the book of Leviticus 20, verse 13, I want you to go look into that chapter in the Bible. This is the same Bible the so-called Western people, the British, the Jews, the Americans, the Portuguese, brought to Africa with the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ. I want you all to go read the book of Leviticus 20, verse 13. Like, what's going on? Yeah, the Chinese are giving loans, building bridges, constructions, building LRTs, developing countries. The Chinese are not spiritual people. They don't believe in spirituality. They're not Christians, neither Muslim. They are just everywhere. They have no special religion. These are the same people, American, who claims, if you know the logo of American, it's called God's own country. Yeah, God's own country. These are the people who claims to be God's own country, promoting the right of LGBT over people that doesn't want it. Yeah, I'm a little bit choked. Yeah, so what is going on in the world? What is the impact? I mean, what is the big deal about these so-called LGBT? Why can't people live in their own country, live in their own life? Okay, if you choose to be LGBT, fine. Do it wherever, in any place that accepts you. Do it there. If you're going to Rome, if the Rome says you can't bring 2 luggage into that country, you only allow 1 luggage. If you want to go there, go with 1 luggage. Don't go with 2 luggage. That is the rules of the country. If African says we're not welcoming LGBT, we're people who has believed in religion, we have tradition and moral values. Why can't you respect our feelings? Like they say, respect is reciprocal. Yeah? So what is the big deal with America? Why is it that everything American says, they have to push it to people? Like America have to say it? Yes, it has to be because America says it. Really? America should start creating their own humans, their citizens, a human, and they put life into them, breathe air into them, and tell them what to do and how to live a life. Maybe they should start doing that. We are all created by God's own image, and we have a rules and law that bound people. We have tradition and belief. Why should other people be forcing you to accept what others accepted? Like I said, this so-called LGBT, homosexuality, lesbian, and gay, the percentage is not even up to 2% in the world. I'm even over-exaggerating, not even up to. Let's go for referendum vote and see. Even within the same United States is over 350 million plus, almost 360 million. If they have to go voting, I'm not sure the LGBT community that up to 5 million. Yeah, and you're telling me humans' right. What makes it a human's right? It's an animal's right. It's a man God's right, not a human's right. Because human thinks. I want you all to know that it's not everybody that put on suit that are normal. You all can see these politicians, them putting on suit and everything. You think they're normal, irrespective of the position they occupy in their offices. They are not normal. Categorically, I'm saying it straight up, man. I'm from Africa. I know African politicians. They will come and promise you heaven and earth and just to get a support, just to get a vote. And when they get there, they don't do nothing. And that is why Africa is suffering. Africa is blessed with gold, diamond, mineral resources, everything you can talk about. Whatever the world is occupying today, in terms of minerals, everything comes from Africa. The origin comes from Africa. It's just that we have leadership that are incompetent, that are not up to the standard of being even a councillor, but rather they want to be a president of a country and rule over people. Basically, some of African presidents, they are just the gatekeepers to this so-called Western country. They are the gatekeeper. Africa is not progressing because of the fools and the incompetent leaders we have. With the resources that we have in Africa, we shouldn't even be begging people for financial aid. You can imagine American is telling Africans country that refuse LGBT right, they are going to take the right of financial aids for them. Really? Keep it. Keep it. I think they should even stop giving African countries financial aid because that is why Africa is becoming lazy because they're all depending on Western aid. Maybe Africa should start growing up their resources, their money, their everything. Think. Let us think as a people. Stop imposing on us. This is freedom of speech. I'm just saying it the way it is. Freedom of speech. I've lived in Canada for 22 years. Over. I stayed in my lane. Canada is the home of gays and lesbians. It's part of the curriculum, the system. You've got to learn it. Even right from grade 1, kindergarten, they're already teaching them. We should all protect our children. I think we should give them right to live and protect them and let them know the consequences of every action. Yeah, we are humans. If you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. God has not created other. In most of the application now or in some offices, government offices, if you go there, you're going to see male, female, or other. I'm like, other. When did God create other? There are males and female. Like I said, a lot of people are putting on suit, occupy offices, and you think they're normal. No, they ain't normal. They're not normal in the brain. They're sick. And moreover, this shouldn't even be an issue to be talking about. What is the big deal about this whole thing? Like I said, in Africa, we believe in polygamies. We kept it in Africa. When we come to this so-called Western country, we don't come here and say, oh, because we want to believe in, we live in polygamies in Africa, we want you to put it in part of your system. And then we'll be pushing it on them that you have to accept it. You have to accept it. We don't. So why? Few individuals that are maggot, they are maggot. They're not humans. Saying that it's human right. They ain't human right, man. Few individuals, because of their belief, their selfish interest, for a man to be staring at a man, a woman to be staring at a woman, and you're telling me it's a human's right. And then when people say, no, we don't want it, and you're telling them you're going to impose sanction on them, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Seriously. Respect is reciprocal. Why can't America and all the so-called Western country, the great world powers leaders who can bomb and throw arms, ammunitions, who can bomb, that's what they do. They will send a bomb. If you refuse to accept their offer, they will put sanction on your country, start looking for something to throw in there, and the next thing, they will start throwing bombs and sending soldiers to bombs and kill people just because you refuse or you disagree with them. Why? Aren't we normals? Aren't we humans? What's going on, man? I think it's time for Africa to come together and be united and let have one voice. You know, no LGBT, no gays and lesbian, no homosexuality in Africa. But however, if you want to visit Africa, you can go to South Africa. Okay? South Africa, Namibia, they are the countries in Africa who welcomes gays and lesbians. Maybe you should go there. Don't go to West Africa. Nigeria precisely, Ghana, West Africa, don't go there. If you have to go there for vacation, if you really have to, you've got to behave yourself, just like we are behaving ourselves when we come to your country. Don't go to East Africa, don't go to Kenya, East Africans. Don't go to North Africa. They're not going to welcome you. You got to behave like a human who has brain if you wish to visit there as a tourist. Yeah? Don't go there and want to tell them, hey, because you are this, you want them to believe you. You want them to accept what you believe in it. What about what we believe in it? We as a human, our tradition, our values, our morals, our faith. Yeah, because of few individuals, then we should give out our right. Yeah, humans' right. But anyway, I just wanted to contribute to this. I'm waiting for Ghana to pass the law, the bills, and I'm also going to post it. But however, this is from Uganda right now. I just want you all to know, stay off Africa. If you're LGBT, stay in your country. Okay? When we come to your country, we stay in our lane. I am living on my lane. I'm not going to come to Canada and tell them, oh, because my dad got married to 4 wives, I want to get married to 4 wives. I believe in polygamy, so you all need to put it in your system. No, I'm not going to do that. So respect me, I respect you is reciprocal. But anyway, I'm just keeping it real. It's your boy Jay Ezo. Please like, share with other fellow Africans who believe in the same views and respect the rules of law and tradition of our ancestors. Share this video, let it go viral, and like to subscribe this button, click the button and support this YouTube channel, let it grow. Thank you, and watch out for more. Big up.